It's showtime!
It's your boy, Quizio. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Quizio, back with another video. What was you playing today?
I was playing PK.
And what place did you come in?
We went.
Oh, look at this guy, first place, the new Xbox. This guy went it all the way. So let's get right to the video.
All right, let me get in here. Let's see. So yeah, I played PK. I played PK Brave. So we'll start with the Brave stuff. Griffin and Enchantress. This card is just free. You can make Cherub and turn this on as well. And Griffin lets you do your combo nib save. It's very easy to play through the normal hand traps with this, just not Lancey and nib. Let's save these for a second. Then the PK stuff, we played Torn Scales and Boot, and one Stained, one Gloves, one Ancient Cloak. This is pretty close to standard. They typically play 2 of these, but I feel like games don't last more than 2 or 3 turns most of the time. You can get this back with the Leviair and you're good to go.
So one was enough for the boots?
One was definitely enough. You just have to be conservative with it and like make sure that the Leviair is going to be safe. And we played a couple Psychics. We played Wielder and Tracker. This is normal. Then I played 2 hand traps with Killstover and Ash. I didn't want multiples of either one of these because they're hard ones for turns. They both line up pretty well against the meta. This is pretty solid against the Fate stuff. And this, if you can hit Enchantress with this or Fusion Destiny, that's really good. Okay, and then the last monsters I played were Mally and Denier. Most of the time people are playing Dasher in here and Celestial. That's fine. It makes a lot of sense in the other decks, but in this deck, it's a level 3 extender, the Star, and then you get 2 extenders out of this because this can top deck Mally. So when you draw this thing, you can get into Cherub, and then you put these pieces back for Fusion Destiny or whatever. This is guaranteed access code or the second break sword because this is level 3.
So you like this engine way over the Celestial and Dasher, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, because it always does the same thing. It's not like I could draw multiple rights or a hand trap or something, but I can't control any of that. But this does exactly what I want it to every time. Then we'll get into spells. Play double Fusion Destiny, triple Teleport.
Ooh, got them CTRs.
Yeah, I got the fancy ones. Then Draco back for the adventure stuff. Faithful Adventure and triple right. This card's free. You generate so many cards with it. Then Rhoda Foolish, and my last spell is Droplets, but going second. This was pretty good in the finals. I was playing against a Sword Soul deck that is actually really hard to deal with. The new level 10 Synchro is pretty big deal. This helped get through that. That was also to keep me from getting scythed in mirrors and stuff, but it didn't really happen. I didn't play too many PKs. Alright, and then for traps, I played Wings and Triple Fogblade. I also played Brigandine. Brigandine is commonly used to get into Rusty now, since most people have cut Graph. And then Wings is another extender, like it's a different name from Fogblade. So
yeah, I actually like the Shaper D and the Wings because like usually people just run the 4 Phantom Knight traps and way out Shaper D, and sometimes why you don't run the Wings either. But you run them both, give you the option during the match to help you decide which one you want to take place during that time.
Right, and then generally like in games 2 and 3, if I'm boarding in traps or something inside this out, and I still have this extender.
Also guys, so he's going to tell you what happened today. What was the problem today?
Well, I found out round 1 that there was no scythe in my deck. I was putting this deck list together last night and typed it up, and it's like, oh, this is clean. It works together well because I was playing some other deck and then put all the things back in it, and it's like normally I would expect a hiccup or something. And sure enough, I was off by one. So this deck would be 41 cards with Scythe. I would probably cut something to make that fit.
And you know what's so crazy, guys? So we had a discussion last night. I told him not to run Scythe, and he still managed to still get first place without using Scythe.
Yeah, you don't need it to win the games. It's just including that in your deck helps. Like game ones, when you win the roll, you just get that game. Most of the time. And people have to include cards in their deck that are subpar against the rest of your deck so that they can deal with the Scythe. So you should definitely still play it while we can. Alright, I'll get into the extra deck. For my adventure token, it's my boy Alex from Locals.
Shout out
Alex from Foothills. And then the extra deck is a mess, so bear with me here. Let's see, I'll get the links together. Alright, for links, the best ones are Cherub, Rusty, and Anaconda. I played Link Spider and also Almirage because this can ladder into Verte with the really bad hands. IP.
What do you normally link off for the Almirage?
Any of the Phantom Knights can be used to make this because they're all 1,000 or less. And most of them can get you to the Verte by themselves because like 1,000 Gloves dumps one and then boosts, and they all fetch a piece that lets you make Verte. Then I played Dagda. This got 0 play today because I didn't have Scythe. I do side Lancia and I could have sat it with that, but it just didn't come up. Also played Unicorn, Access, and Apple. This is pretty good, but I don't think it's necessary either. There was a card in here I found out in like top 8 that was really good. Dark, the new Charmer, that would be an excellent addition.
Oh yes, that's a really link too. But like I told you yesterday, like I like Absolusa. There are some matchups like.
Yeah, this lets you get game like safely through a nib as well. Like it doesn't always have to be access code. You can make this thing 32 and then they can't stop you with something. Then for some XCs, we play Levier, Double Break Sword, and Zeus. A lot of people play Downard. You could probably play that in place of this Almirage, but I think that Dark Charmer is worth looking at. And then last we played Phoenix Enforcer.
So you would just take Absolusa for the Dark Charmer or the Almirage?
The Almirage.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should keep Absolusa. That way it's just another way to...
yeah, this definitely comes up. But this came up 0 times today, and we had 9 rounds. So, all right.
It's a long tournament.
Yeah. So for side deck, we played Reboot. There's a lot of Elvish in this area. Skill drain just went to 3, and I wasn't trying to do that. And Triple Evenly. This is for back row decks. It's also really good against Adventure because they leave a normal monster out, or a token out. And as you know, you have to banish everything besides the token in that case. And Lancia, I only played 2. This is fetchable with Dagda. Realistically, there should probably be 3 in here, but for this meta game, there's a lot of trap stuff, so I opted to play the Reboot instead. I played Triple Token Collector. This was a hangover from the last event. It's really good against Sword Soul. If you use it in the right places. Also, it kind of works against the Brave stuff, but it's not necessary for that.
Yeah, Token Collector it really is strong.
Oh yeah, it's pretty wild. Just wish there was a way to like consistently tutor it. There are ways, but they're like weird. Then I play Twin Twister. This is for back row decks and floodgates. This also pretty good against prank heads because it stops Pandemonium, so you don't get Darkhold. And then the last thing was Nibiru. This isn't as good as it used to be because everybody's got Griffin, and then they just stop the thing. But it does still come up. I had one match where me and my opponent traded nibs 3 times. So like he nibbed me, I nibbed him, and he nibbed me back. So I mean, it still happens. I mean,
so you still run it?
Yeah, I think so because some of the greedier combo decks can't protect themselves with the Griffin and stuff. But that's pretty much it.
You think you can make any changes with your current build?
Well, I would probably put the Scythe in if I can remember that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm very interested in seeing what the Dark Charmer does for the deck. I mean, it's a good card. All the Charmers are good.
Oh yes, correct. Congratulations on your winnings on the Xbox.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing more tournaments.
Yeah, for sure.
Any shout outs you want to say?
Oh, well, shout outs to you. Thank you for doing this profile for me.
Thank you.
Shout outs to my local source CM Games and all the people that sat through this with me. My boy Brandon over here.
Yes,
he
sir.
sat through the whole tournament. And then shout outs to Gage. He popped off when the dice rolled, but we got him.
Yes.
Twister's a really good club.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, if y'all like the video, guys, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I do got more top videos I'm going to show y'all guys on the channel. Just comment below what y'all want to see next. And your boy's out.